I refused to go to my brother's New Year's party after he kept disrespecting my fiancé. My brother Jake has been a nightmare my entire life. He's one of those people who thinks being the oldest gives him the right to control everyone around him. Growing up, he'd hit me, call me names, and basically make my life miserable whenever my parents weren't looking. Now that we're adults, he's still the same bully, just with a wife and baby to use as weapons to get what he wants. Last week, he called me at work demanding I answer the phone because apparently he's too busy to call me any other time. He goes, "You and your friend are coming to my place for New Year's. Sarah's making dinner and we need to know what he wants to eat." I immediately got annoyed because he knows my fiancé Mike's name, but he always calls him my friend, like we're just roommates or something. I told him his name is Mike and I'll ask him what he'd like. Jake just laughed and goes, "Whatever, just tell your friend to let me know." Then he hung up on me. The next day, he texted me asking again about food, but this time he wrote, "What the hell does your friend want to eat? I don't have all day to wait for an answer." I showed Mike the text and he was pretty hurt. We've been engaged for 8 months and Jake still won't acknowledge our relationship. When I called my mom to complain, she just sighed and said, "You know how Jake is. He'll never change." My aunt said the same thing but added that I should go anyway because I hadn't seen the baby in a while. But here's the thing that really set me off. Jake started making comments about Mike's family too. He found out Mike's parents are divorced and said something about how broken families raise broken kids. Mike's dad left when he was 12 and it's still a sensitive topic for him. I finally worked up the courage to tell Jake we weren't coming. I called him Tuesday night and said we had other plans. He completely lost it and started screaming about how I'm selfish and only care about myself. He said I was being dramatic and that Mike was probably turning me against my own family. Then he said something that made me hang up on him. He goes, "When you break up with this loser, don't come crying to me." I was done. I told my mom and aunt we definitely weren't going, and they both said they understood but were disappointed. Last night, Jake texted me again asking what my friend wanted to eat, like our conversation never happened. He was still planning on us showing up even though I clearly told him we weren't coming. I showed Mike the text and he said, "I'm not your friend. I'm your fiancé, and if your brother can't respect that, then we don't need to be around him." That's when I realized Mike was right. Why should we spend New Year's with someone who treats us like garbage? I texted Jake back and said, "His name is Mike, he's my fiancé, and we're not coming to your party. Find someone else to disrespect." My mom called an hour later saying Jake was furious and threatening not to let anyone see the baby anymore. I told her that was his choice, but I wasn't going to let him treat Mike like he doesn't exist just to keep the peace. We ended up having the best New Year's ever at Mike's sister's house where people actually know how to treat each other with respect.